Hello everybody and welcome back to the 3D content creation section where I do a bit of Dungeon Alchemist whenever I use it, and also where I work in Yahaha. And I finally took the time to work on something new. Those who follow me regularly have probably or have had a chance to see the level I did for the Easter hunt event, which was the gold hunt level. And those who can play the levels I make have probably had a chance to test out the maze of death that I built, which is basically just a maze with a lot of traps in it and a few hidden passages, but mostly traps. And yeah, next thing I wanted to do is an indoor level. So the idea is that you are inside a big mansion with multiple levels, with probably a cellar, with probably some hidden rooms, with another floor, with maybe a balcony, depending on what I can make. It's gonna float in the absolute void, so I'm not going to do any outdoor scenery around it, I think, but this is basically what I started working on. Interestingly, most of the part that you can see, except for the stuff that I just pulled from the asset store, are built in basic meshes with some texture slapped onto. So the floor is just a box with some wooden texture. The walls and the windows are handmade. Also, most of it is actually the box with a few additions. The doors are sliding doors because I didn't yet get doors to correctly revolve around their angles. This is something I have an idea how to do, but it's currently not something I can do. I'll have to wait a bit for this. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to build a banquet hall, and as you can see, I've looked through the asset store. There's quite a few things in there, and I've decided on, I checked out a few tables, but I decided to use this more comically looking model, simply because it just fit my current not really mood, but my current ideas better. While I want the whole thing to be more of a mysterious vibe, I'm currently not going for the realistic style that is possible with this. So the asset store has a lot of stuff, and you can absolutely build a very realistic scene if you want to, but I think due to me having a history with World of Warcraft and the Warcraft universe in general, I tend to look more into the cartoonish style stuff. And down the line, I'm also probably going to make cartoonish style assets myself for this. Yeah, right now I'm building the banquet hall, so this is a lot of single assets that I'm slapping into this room, and you can see I'm using the built-in transform function, so I don't have to change the tool all the time. And yeah, most of this is arranged by hand. There's probably an asset somewhere with a table and chairs around, but for this I wanted to build, or I built this by hand. Not like it's not like I absolutely had to, but more like I wasn't looking into the asset store that much. Yeah, you'll probably see more videos about this later on. For example, I will show you how I made the different wall parts, how the windows are set up and stuff, so you have an idea of how I achieved these smaller parts. And right there I'm looking for stuff to do on the stuff to put on the table, so I have a more lively experience. And you'll also see a bit of playing this at the end. As you can see, this is a lot of handiwork right now. There's a lot of stuff I'm doing. I'm arranging just by hand. There's not a feature. There's not yet a feature where you have like a an algorithm that can just do this for you, like in Dungeon Alchemist, where you can just say, okay, fill this room like a banquet hall. And I don't think there will, because yeah, using the assets and using your personal preferred assets would make this rather complicated. You would probably have to write this yourself at any point if this is even something that is that you want. I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest. That said, I've looked into I've looked a bit into Unity, and I've also looked a bit into wave function collapse, which is quite a cool feature, not for Yahaha or anything I'm working on in general, but for auto-generated content, this is really, really interesting. So if you have time, just Google or look for that on YouTube, and yeah, see what you can find. Yeah, and this is basically what I did today. As you can see, I'm looking into the asset store quite a bit, and there's a lot of stuff I didn't download, I didn't get yet, which I also probably won't. I don't know. Depends on how things are progressing. And yeah, there's also a new challenge, which there will be a new challenge soon with remaking, or yeah, and I'm not going to tell too much about it yet, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to partake in it or not. I just have to see about that. Yeah. Next thing, I tried to put on the tablecloth that I found, that I apparently had subscribed to or downloaded, I don't know, probably by accident, but once you have something in the store, you can actually not get rid of it, I think. Again, if I'm wrong and you know that I'm wrong, just tell me, and I'm cool with that. But as you can see, the tablecloth that I have doesn't really fit this table at all. So I decided to make this myself, and this is how it works. You have these built-in assets that I'm clicking through right now, and for this one I just used a simple plane, which is a one-way see-through or opaque or transparent object, so you can see it from one side but you can't see the plane from the other. And you have a lot of materials you can put onto it, like concrete, like wood, like really anything you can think of. And I just went for some basic plastic and made it white, and it works quite good. And this is basically the current playthrough. You can see the wall sliding open, and yeah, this is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you guys around.